Hi, my name is Julie Marcy, and
I'm Tiffany Sloan.
we decided to interview Stacy Benjamin. She works at Bloomington High School, and she was hired about 3 years ago to be the technology coach at our high school to try to help teachers incorporate technology more within their classrooms. And she agreed to work with us. So basically what she does is she works with teachers to help them incorporate technology into their classrooms. She helps to work on student engagement with teachers and then conducts professional development throughout the year on different technology. She works the same hours as teachers and she's under their same contract. And then she also has the same evaluation tools as teachers, but it's challenging to work off of that.
Her understanding of assistive technology versus ed tech is that assistive technology addresses specific needs such as disability or any additional need. And she understands that not all educational technology will work that well with all special ed students without the AT.
So she really didn't need any additional education for this job. She says there's no license requirement or no endorsements that she knows about currently at this time. But what she really needed to do was become comfortable with technology and also working with other teachers. So she did professional development outside of school, but that really wasn't necessary.
The greatest rewards that she talked about was that it was really fun to see teachers realize the difference that it makes to incorporate technology. And she also has the opportunity to work directly with the teachers and help them plan lessons in units. And she really enjoys seeing all the different classrooms and the different engagement that she gets in those classrooms by using technology.
Some of her greatest challenges are that teachers are not often change agents. Often they're very comfortable with what they've always done, so incorporating technology can be very challenging for some teachers. It's also difficult to get teachers time to learn new things, which would make it easier for them to want to incorporate. So if she had more time, that would be helpful.
She left regular teaching 3 years ago. She was a social studies teacher, and she left because she's such a big proponent of student engagement and very passionate about it, and she wanted to learn, or she wanted to help people become better at it. Learning in school shouldn't be boring, and there are ways to engage students, and that's one of her passions.
So some pros and cons. Pros, she still gets to work with kids without disciplining them, so it gets to offer her an opportunity to have different relationships. She gets to have fun stuff because the kids are typically doing something fun when she's there. But a big con for her is not having as many opportunities for connecting with kids. She really enjoys working with students, and she only gets to do that when she's working on projects with teachers.
She continues to learn about technology by going to conferences. She tries to get to at least 3 or 4 of the big ones each year, and then she also watches webinars. And then she's also part of groups on Google. They're instructional coach tech groups, and she's a part of those, and there's a community where she gets to get online and chat and learn more things through that community.
So she really likes to work with the teachers. She helps them to plan lessons and units. I know she's always sending out emails to the entire staff. Hey, if you have a unit coming up, let's look at it. So it's really helping us to incorporate those tech things into our classroom and really utilize the UDL because then she can go back and she can look where can technology be incorporated.
She has some advice for teachers in incorporating technology in their classroom, that it's okay if you don't know, and she wants people to realize that you'll have kids that will figure it out and step up and help out the other kids, even if you still have questions. And being afraid of technology at this point is doing a disservice to our kids because they're going to need to know how to use it.
So what are some ed tech tools to start with? She felt that Lucid Press, Canva, BrainPop, and GeoGabra would be some really interesting and easy platforms to start out incorporating technology into the classroom. And so those would be ones that she would recommend for teachers to start with first.
She said there's a lot of ways for teachers to learn technology on their own besides getting PD and going and meeting with her. She really likes it when teachers set up meetings with her, and she will take time out of her day to do some one-on-one with her, as well as going into the room and helping you present the lesson. But there's also a ton of YouTube tutorials that she said are really easy to follow, and you can learn from those.
So what do we need to know about tech? It really has a lot of great benefits, but we should not use it just to use it. It should have a purpose. You can do a lot of really fun things every once in a while, but overall it should be purposeful. And dealing with failures with technology is actually important in showing the kids that you have to keep trying.
As far as digital citizenship goes, she said that the biggest thing that she wants kids to learn is that they need to be aware of what happens when they search their name. That way they understand that it stays with them. So as they're thinking about jobs and colleges and these people will be Googling their names, they need to know what comes up. And they need to really understand that there's no such thing as anonymous whenever you're doing online activities.
So some benefits of technology. It allows us to not have to focus on content as much and focus more on the broader skills that kids need to learn to create deeper thinkers instead, and allow them to be able to figure things out on their own. So really, technology can help us to incorporate that independent learning and that, being able to design the curriculum around them.
There's also a lot of good benefits that she felt with one-to-one, as her school is a one-to-one. She thinks it's a really good idea, but she does want to see the usage improve, as she doesn't feel like many students are using them on a regular basis. Most jobs kids are going to have to use some sort of technology, so they need to be getting comfortable with it while they're in high school.
A big downfall to technology is there's a lot of bad places, and kids can get into that, and we don't have enough learning about how to avoid and tell the difference between what site is a good site and what site is not a good site for them to be on. So we need to try to help educate our students on how to stay safe with technology.
She has noticed that there are a lot of frustrations, and she acknowledges there's a lot of frustrations when dealing with technology. She knows that our district sometimes sends mixed messages because there's different technologies that are supported one year and then not supported the next year, and then a lot of times they change, and it makes people feel frustrated and then they don't want to use it because there are so many changes. But she wants everybody to stick with it regardless.
So some final thoughts from Stacy about technology and what she wants everyone to know. She thinks it's important for people to realize there are different levels that you can use technology. It isn't feasible to expect everyone to completely revamp into tech. Start out small, take a worksheet or a quiz and turn it into a form, and you'll get better feedback in analyzing data which questions were missed. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed our presentation.